rather than focusing on the Jamboard. So
Chad is here. Welcome, Chad.
welcome, Chad. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with another trivia question. Tish, are you ready?
Yes, this is about fall
Spellings need to be
2020.
correct. Huh?
This is about fall 2020.
All right, go ahead.
I'm sending it now. Ryan.
Ryan, again? Yay, a winner.
Not again, first time.
Oh, it's your first time ever. Never mind, Ryan. I don't know why I thought you already won.
First
First
time.
time. Yay, Ryan. Go, Ryan. All right.
Definitely Amazon.
Amazon for you. Amazon for Ryan. Make a note, Bianchi.
Got it.
Good job, Ryan. You got it. Okay. All right.
Ryan, I'll
so-
send you my Christmas list.
We'll send it to Dr. B. He's the one who's donating this.
Does that mean, Pedro, do I get to send mine to you then after?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll start with the share out real quick. I know everybody's getting tired, but let's keep this going. We're almost there. One more to go. Okay, so Team Mind Bogglers, you guys ready? No worries, Scott. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yes, we are ready.
All right, Mind Bogglers, shoot, go ahead.
All right. So what we're passionate about, number one, making decisions and maintaining that it's, always student centered and, keeping that cap of, equity onto, or the equity lens as well. Accessibility, access to all. We're passionate about student success and providing that opportunity for upward mobility for all students. Being the community's college, emphasizing, community, putting community, just us as colleagues, having community within our own institution, ensuring that the student receives the same message. Especially in student services, we may say the same thing 50 times in a row, but it's the first time that student has heard it. So just providing that high level of customer service, that's what we're definitely passionate about. Number two, aspire to give students the opportunity to tell us what they need instead of just assuming what students need via regular surveys and other modalities. Listening more and providing reflection after we listen to the students' needs, creating more spaces for students to interact with one another, especially with the schools, being created, having the opportunity for students to deepen their learning experience, enriching that, and also to build community amongst our student population. Focus on equity and inclusion work. Number three, just kind of reiterating what we said before, aspire to give students the opportunity to tell us what they need, listen more, creating more spaces for students to interact with one another, and definitely focus on equity and inclusion work. And one interesting comment that was made in our group is that when you go to, the equity page, it's blank. So we definitely have an opportunity to aspire to grow in that sense. And then as far as number four, strategic initiatives that would support our aspirations, definitely guided pathways. And with the guided pathways, we're still at, I feel like, the fundamental stages where we're still trying to decide, are we going to have divisions or are we going to have schools? And, there's still a lot of conversation and work that still needs to be done. And then the last comment that was made is just streamlining a language on our website to make it easier for students to understand, instead of writing it in a technical level, breaking it down where students can actually understand what we're saying. And that's it.
Thank you, Crystal. That was very, you spoke very passionately. Thank you. We
Thanks.
really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very inspiring. Thank you. So thank you, Mind Bogglers. We're looking forward to your notes. And so the next team coming up is the Brainiacs. Team Brainiacs. Ready? Sure, Lisa. Team Brainiacs?
I think we're the Brainiacs. Is that right, team?
Yes.
That's
Chad, you
right. Okay.
are-
I'm sorry I'm late to the game. I had
No
a early
worries,
morning
Chad.
class
Yes,
on.
you are the Brainiacs. You are
So-
right.
Well, so thank you, and I apologize for my lateness. I had a morning class on quantum entanglement that got a little untangled.
You let
and
me
so-
know, so no worries.
So thank you for your patience with me. But yeah, so I jumped in late, and just as we cut, Doris was going to tell me the answer. So if I don't express our ideas well, Doris, please feel free to step in. But after introducing ourselves, we talked about what we were passionate about, and it was interesting in our group that we all felt passionate about this kind of answering this call to adapt to our new reality, and more specifically, to help the college adapt to our new reality. And so we talked about a few elements of that new reality. One, that a vast majority of our students work, and so that work and school balance is essential to this new reality. And we also learned from the COVID disconnect that people feel very disconnected and alone in lots of ways that obviously affect learning. And then we talked about kind of the knowledge that we're supposed to be imparting, and then recognize that our new reality in a way kind of renders what we try to do obsolete. Because if content knowledge in a discipline doubles every 18 months and a degree takes 2 years, by the time they learn the content we taught them, it's obsolete. And so we talked about how we can adapt to that reality. And then on top of it all, we talked about a job market that isn't looking for what they look for when we get out of school. It's now a skills-based job market with, millions of open jobs. So we were passionate about kind of recognizing and trying to adapt to that reality. And we decided to focus on a couple of things, right? That we were going to try to shift teaching away from the way we were taught, right? Take more chances, be more idealistic and innovative, and look at skills-based education, right? Learning through conversation, critical thinking, and collaboration, and then bringing the content in along with that. So in other words, we're now creating students who are aware of the skills they have that are relevant to their future career lives. And then one other thing we talked about is we thought, well, wait a minute, we have a grand opportunity to contextualize learning here, because if we're talking about getting students internships and doing public service, and four out of 5 of our students already have a job, they don't need a job, they have one. So what we have to do is find ways to take what they're learning at work and contextualize it in the classroom and create a feedback loop between their work life and their teaching life. And so that was a few of the ways we thought we could focus on what we were passionate about. And then we just kind of ended with, I think this, I'm winging it here. I think Doris was going to tell me, but I would suggest the guided pathway schools approach is a powerful institutional tool to do this, because it's kind of forcing the issue on new collaborations and breaking down old silos. It's going to force us to adapt in new ways, which is what we were passionate about as we began.
Perfect. And that definitely, that could be one of our priorities, right? Getting this finalized. We need to it's hanging. We need to finalize it, because I spoke to IT and they said, unless we decide on our end exactly how we want it, they are not going to put it in the system. Once we give them the final, they will put it in. So they're waiting on us. So it's for us to finalize it. So yes, absolutely. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Doris, would you like to share? I know that you got cut off, so I'd like to give you an opportunity.
No, it's all good. Chad totally got it. It was a good, robust conversation in our group.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doris. And again, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you. All right. So that was Brainiacs. Team Peak Performers. Where are you guys?
I think that's us. All right, so I'm just going to go high levels because of time. So basically, what we talked about is closing the equity gap and finding ways to actually ensure services and removing barriers so we actually could help students move along. Be the community college of the area, the local area, the first choice for a lot of students. Focus and promote a climate of DEI work and making sure we are actually being inclusive and also creating within diversity and equity. And also within that, having the professional development within our structures here in this area and increase our community involvement as well.
Yes, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to add? Nope, you're good. Okay, and the next we have the Sultans of Strategy.
Yes, I'm pinch hitting for Leticia. So I'm going to take it on and I'm going to be high level as well, but totally along those lines of peak performers and brainiacs. Great stuff there. We talked a lot of those same threads. Teaching and learning for the future. Altering our teaching and methods of learning for the future, whether that's faculty and staff or the students that we serve, both actually. Every decision we make should be best for the students. Partnership was a key theme. Empowering our faculty, staff, administration to give their best for students, support them so they can support the student in every way. A truly responsive community college. In so many ways we had listed, including the understanding who our customer is, that is the student, and the way they come to us and for what reasons they come to us, what motivations they bring, and how we respond to that. Getting better at that and doing it scientifically and authentically and beautifully. One concept was we are our story. We have a new public relations function at the institution. We have a new institutional effectiveness function. Let's use them. Let's find the research, do the research, use the research to change our behaviors and approaches to the way we serve students. And let's tell the story beautifully, because the community needs to know more of what we do, which is life-changing work. And then finally, coaching and mentoring of students, more coaching and mentoring of us and our students so that we can grow and change with the changing landscape around us. And I think that summarizes some of what we discussed.
Thank you, George. That was very heartwarming to hear all of that. And definitely, thank you. All right, we look forward to your notes. And now we'd like to hear from the Soaring Eagles.
Well, once again, ditto, 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 but I'll just take a couple that I thought that we did not get brought up in other groups. By the way, they're fantastic. It's so neat to see everybody in the same like mind. I appreciate that. One of the things that got brought up, expand options for the being a force of good. You know, having that threaded throughout our everything that we do on campus, from the foundation to everything that for the force of being good. And with that force of being good, Noah, did you want to just talk about that for a moment, just for a sec?
Yeah, what I was kind of getting at was, I hope you guys can hear me okay.
Yes.
What I was trying to getting at was sort of, you know, we all view our college as a force for good, I think. But I think that there's often room to sort of expand our sense of agency when it comes to doing good. What are the things that we're selling on campus? Where are we buying our stuff from? Where is our endowment invested? Starting to think about those types of things in terms of the operations and just the culture within our campus. In particular, if you take a look at this link that I will plop in here right now into the, there it is, into the chat. It's a link to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. it really aligns with everything that we're all saying. And so I think it provides a really good framework for folks to maybe take a look at, no poverty, zero hunger, quality education, equality, clean water, sanitation, decent work, economic growth, all those things, and really thinking about how we incorporate that into really all the stuff that we do on our campus, not just what we teach, but how we do what we do.
Our operations, absolutely no. And
Thank
that
you.
needs to be a foundation. That needs to be the foundation.
Yeah, so I thought that was really good too. And then the rest of the
Right.
stuff, like I said, ditto. Number two, I think the one thing I just want to hit on there really is that was important. Options of professional development or internal or external for all employees, including degrees and certificates. Growing our own internally, but also doing externally. Offer options like the free college is a wonderful thing, but having that be expanded into other areas that we do for our community at large. Lead a community into more courageous conversations on campus. We do that well, but we need to expand that. And then the other side, embrace the sustainability in all campus, which Noah just talked about. And I think the one thing that we heard in our group was over and over again, that, help persistence of keeping our students on campus with graduation and education goals, but also doing that to our community at large, for profit, nonprofit, in company, out of company, homeless, whatever the case may be able to help them reach their educational goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. Thank you. All right, ingenious geniuses. You guys ready, team?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just go through. We only got to question 2. We had a lot of discussion, but in regards to number 1, when we're looking at our aspirations and we're passionate about, it's a lot of, what we've said before, but access, retention, and success, meaning completion, the student experience, and commitment to the whole student. A lot of people that work here go a lot above and beyond. And then student learning and producing a well-rounded, competent student who's ready for transfer and or the workforce. On number 2, that was a lot of talk as well, like really reflecting on our strengths and opportunities. And one of the things that we are an open access institution, we accept everyone, and that provides an opportunity for students. We have a diverse student population. We are a bridge in our community for students to advance their education and career goals. And we are a second chance for many. One of the things that, an opportunity for us to do is really build our reputation, the image in the community. And, many students are looking at MJC to boost skill level, value in the workforce, as well as the transfer opportunity. We are seen as a value for education, versus a 4 years. So many students that are coming here as well are looking for that. And then really looking at, others have said, marketing MJC. We have a high level of educators in education, and I think we really need to focus on letting the community know. Just because we are in the backyard doesn't mean that, we are any less. We have many professors that could be working elsewhere, but because of their passion, they're working here. And then really looking at the class student makeup and what is needed for the students to succeed. One example was like if a class has a low reading level, like students in that class have a low reading level, it's like doing something to teach the class differently. And then number 2, it kind of goes into number 3 as well, but we're really looking, I think it's very important to look at we talked about completion timeline, having a clear path, because many students can be discouraged by coming to a community college because it could take longer. But if they have a clear path and a timeline, then they can know they're college ready student coming in, getting that pipeline, get in and out. And then especially students need to be connected and to know of resources. So we had one of us in our group, a student, and she mentioned that her being able to get out on time was, being connected to the transfer center and knowing what she needed to take.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Vita. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Is there any team that hasn't gone yet? Okay, I think we have all the teams that have gone, and we don't have a whole lot of time. So we're going to take only 10 minutes for the results. If you don't mind, just please go ahead. I want you all to be able to meet for your final time here and just quickly discuss the results. We'll bring you back in 10 minutes. We may not have time to share out, or we may just do some really, really high level share out. And then all your notes, please send them to us. We will compile them and we will send them back to all of you. We're putting together a web page where we're going to have all our documents there. So all of you can access the documents in one place. So you don't have to keep hunting through your emails. So we're going to try and do that soon. Put all the documents in one place. We'll also put out a feedback form there. If you have any comments, you can put that out there too. So is that okay with everybody? Yeah, I know we're all tired. I'm sorry, it's been long, but we're almost there. All right, Bianchi, you want to do the breakouts, please?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, Curtis is still here.
Yeah, right.
Ryan's still here.